Hey, John Lavenia here. Welcome to another success series. Where's the lens? There's the lens. Hey, welcome to another success series video. I am shooting this one today from my balcony here in Utah, overlooking the lake. There you go. That's part of the lake. There's more lake back there. Anyway, and I got Lucy. There's Lucy. How you doing, girl? Taking a rest? Okay, anyway, I wanted to talk with you today about, obviously from the title of this video, an uncommon topic. Actually, it's a very common topic when you consider how the public thinks, and that's what I want to talk with you about today, is how people receive opportunity, how they actually experience. There's an old saying, reality is not as it is, but it as you are, or you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Okay, so I want you to consider this for a second. There's two different ways that people receive opportunity when presented with it. One is that they embrace it, right? They go and they say, yeah, this is great, I'm going to make money with this, and they do. They actually take the action and they succeed, right? The other, obviously the opposite of that would be they don't make money, they make excuses. Now, of course, you can't do both, right? So you either make money or you make excuses, but the excuses come from usually a position that there's something wrong with the opportunity. Now, being involved with home-based business for as long as I have, I've gotten to see a whole lot of negativity on the web, online and offline. Negativity about, just people saying like, oh, this is a scam. Basically everything's a scam to a person who thinks that successful people must somehow be unethical, or there's got to be something wrong. See, when people criticize something, it's because they're diminishing the value of that thing to make themselves better than that. Okay, so I'm right, that thing is wrong, and then any excuse will do, right? That's like the old saying you hear from any successful person is, look, any excuse will do, right? I don't need your story, because any excuse will do, right? Why is a person in action? Well, the reason that they're in action, and this is this is like some hardcore philosophy here, but check it out. This will, I think, give you a good understanding of why your prospects behave the way they do. And if you're right now, you're just watching this as sort of a spectator, an outsider, wondering, should I even get involved in home business? Maybe this will help you, whether you get involved in a business or not, but just help you in life. I want you to consider something. Most people live in a state of chronic indecision. Indecision. Now, I've talked about this in seminars and in my book and in a variety of places, that indecision has been identified as the same thing as procrastination. Now, procrastination and indecision are one and the same. I got to remember to keep looking at the lens. I'm using my iPhone on a stick right now just to record this impromptu little bit that I'm doing here, and I'm accustomed to looking at the back side of the iPhone. Right now I'm looking at the front, and it's, and I get to see my own picture. So I need to look at that lens right there so it looks like I'm looking at you. Yes, I am. I'm seeing you right now directly. But back to the point. Most people live in a state of chronic indecision, which means they're procrastinators, basically what that means. Now, where does indecision come from? It comes from, at its core, fear. Fear of what? Fear of success, right? Fear, in some cases, fear of failure, because after all, if I am successful in this thing, this opportunity, this whatever I'm about to pursue, then what do we know about successful people? Oh, they're criticized. They're criticized. So there's the biggie. Fear of criticism, right? To be successful, you really got to be willing to leave the herd, leave the tribe, you know what I mean? And not be so damn attached to what people think of you, because most people don't think anyway. They just regurgitate what other people hear or what other people say, right? So, like, you're either a failure and therefore a victim of life, of the opportunity of these evil scam artists or whatever, or you're successful because you just have some integrity, you do your work and you get results and you help people and provide benefit to society, and therefore you make a lot of money, and now you're the scam artist, right? So there's really no middle ground in the mind of, victim society versus victor society, okay? Top producers, victorious people, on-purpose people, producers in general. Think in terms of personal responsibility. Failures, victims, right? Socialists and everything else, people that are looking for something for free, and oh, I've been done wrong too, and I need help, and all this kind of stuff. These are the people that are chronically in a state of, it's not my responsibility. Irresponsibility, gross irresponsibility, and it's rampant in society. So sometimes I look at myself and I wonder, you know, am I barking up the wrong tree here? Trying to sell capitalism and the virtues of self-reliance to socialists? You know what I mean? It's two completely different mindsets. A person with a lottery mentality will never embrace opportunity or anything that requires them to actually accept responsibility. Not take responsibility, but accept responsibility because it was always theirs, and the fact that they haven't been getting results because they haven't been taking action because they can't make a friggin' decision because they live in fear just reveals who they are. So like James Allen said, you don't get what you want, you get who you are. Why do so many people perceive, I'm looking at the screen again, not at the lens. Look at the lens now. Why do so many people perceive opportunity, especially if it's really good? Like, I saw really, really good opportunity. Really, really good. Like, too good to be true. Why do people believe it to be too good to be true? They got a head full of fear. Where did they get all this fear from? They get it from watching the news, constant negative news, CNN. They get it from their peers. They get it from their broke friends, family, and neighbors. They get inundated with fear constantly. Therefore, they can only experience in life that which is in harmony with their innermost belief, their innermost self-image, that everything in the world is wrong, everything's a scam, everything's a problem, they're not responsible, they're a victim. I don't give a damn how good the offer is. There's no way you can help them. There's no way they're going to get started. You could be giving out free money and the cure for cancer, and they're still not going to do it. So think about that. There's an old saying, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. I've had people get started with me on like sales videos. I blundered. It was awful. It's people, the message, they got the message. The right people get started. So what is your role in all this? Your role is to sort, obviously, and your role is to have a bit of non-attachment to how other people behave, which is completely subjective and based on who they are. It has nothing to do with you or how good or not good your offer is. Hopefully it's good. Okay? Hopefully you're an ethical person and you sell good stuff, right? I know I do. I sleep really good at night. I wrote a whole damn book on personal integrity, okay? But still, people could get in touch with me, dying for solutions in their life, and some will get it, most won't. Most won't. Just because they can't hear a word of it. They can't hear a word. They couldn't possibly believe a word of it because who they are at their core is fear-based. No intelligent action can come from a fearful mind. I'm afraid that I'm going to be criticized. I'm afraid that I'm going to fail. I'm afraid that I'm going to risk something. I'm afraid that I'm not going to have the support, which is like the biggest, most retarded thing I've ever heard in terms of like if you're in a home-based business, you know there's so much support, so much training. It is a factory for teaching people how to be self-reliant leaders in their own life and leaders of others. I mean, the one thing that we do not lack is support and training and all that. I mean, it is just ubiquitous. Everywhere you look, there it is. Especially with what I'm involved with. It's all about educating people to be more able to get what they want through marketing and, sound training and all that kind of stuff. So what am I, I guess what's the punchline? I usually like to have a punchline with all this. Here it is. Here it is. I'll refer to David Hawkins in his classic book, what was it now? Power versus Force. Power versus Force. The Hidden Determinants of Human Behavior. I apologize for some of our new viewers. I use big words. I've been studying philosophy for a long time. The hidden determinants of human behavior. And what Hawkins says is that there's actually like a gradient or a scale or something. And Hawkins didn't make this up, by the way. It's all based on applied kinesiology. And I think he ripped it off from L. Ron Hubbard because Hubbard was writing about this back in the 50s and 60s. But the point is that people reside chronically somewhere on this hierarchy or this scale of emotional, like an emotional base. Okay, so let's say you've got a person who's open, right? They're enthusiastic, they're service-oriented, they're happy people, right? They've got an unfair advantage of filtering out all the negative crap and filtering in opportunity, advantages, success, fortuitous events. Okay, that's really cool, and they're lucky people, right? Successful people are lucky. Just ask any failure. So you've got these people resonating in like a higher bandwidth, if you will, according to Hawkins. It's power. These are powerful states to operate from. Tony Robbins talks about some of this stuff too, with being in this peak state, physiology, and all that. Cool. Then you've got force. So power's up here, force is down here. And the dividing line, according to Hawkins, was pride. Pride is like the top end of force. You've heard the saying, hopefully you have, pride comes before the fall, right? So that's still, pride is kind of forceful, but just below that, it gets uglier. It gets uglier, right? Anger, fear, exactly what we've been talking about. Apathy, right? Where nothing works, why even bother? So if a person is chronically in a state of fear or any variation of fear, anger, antagonism, apathy, all that kind of stuff, just they're at extreme disadvantage. They can't experience the advantages and the benefits that you, like I can, and hopefully that you can as well. You probably wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't a progressive thinking person who likes to, for the most part, reside in a place of power. I'm not saying that you never get forceful, you never get angry, you never get, upset, pissed off, scared. Okay, fine. There's the whole gamut of, emotions that we get to experience as humans. But as people who are forward-thinking people, we deliberately, through good content, reading, study, on-purpose activity, personal integrity, right? We get to reside more often in that fear band, or in that power band rather than the force band. Okay, but I will just tell you, and it's clear to see, okay, I'm not doing anything but stating the extremely obvious right now, that most people reside in force, according to Hawkins, the way he codified the whole thing. Okay, so what is that? They're scared. They're scared, they're angry, everything's a scam, everything's a problem. In my 10-plus years so far, in my home business career, making money online and offline, working for myself, I've never been scammed, ever. I think it's fascinating when people talk about, how everything's a scam. I've never been scammed, okay? And maybe it's just, I don't attract problems into my life like that. I mean, here's the thing, I've never paid money for something. It's interesting, too. A lot of the people that say everything's a scam, they never even bought anything. Okay, but I've never bought anything where I didn't receive, the product, the benefit, the item that I was buying, the system, the software, edit, whatever. I've never been scammed like that in the home business world. Ever. Ever. In 10 years. So I've never come across a scam, and if I had, I guess I just said no to it. And look, I'm not discounting the fact that there are some dishonest people online, and scams and things like that. I'll tell you the biggest scam. I haven't been scammed in the whole business world, but I've had my ass scammed off by my government, by central banking, by the Fed, Federal Reserve, right, by the IRS. You want to talk about a scam? Okay, so here's what we do, right? Let's be the mass media controlled by the government and the big corporations. So here's the socialists and the fascists telling you what to think through mass media to distract you and divide and conquer, because now you're not sticking together, right? Society's not sticking together. Oh, everything's a scam. We're all afraid of each other. Meanwhile, the real enemy, the real issue is being ignored, and it's the one that's making sure that everybody is distracted by putting their attention on shit that's so bloody friggin' irrelevant that nobody should even be looking to it. Okay, so here's what I'm here to do. Man, this went on a little bit longer than I expected, but I hope you're getting value out of it. Here's what I'm here to do, is to rehabilitate the integrity of the individual so they can just get what they friggin' want and stop being so damn afraid and in a state of chronic indecision. That's it. That's it. And the best place, the easiest on-ramp for me to give access to society is in the home business world. What do people want? They want more money. Okay, can they get on the on-ramp for a few dollars, get some training, get around some people that actually have their heads screwed on straight and aren't so damn encumbered with fear and indecision? That's the thing. If we could just do that, and again, of course, most people can't make a decision, right? But if we could help people make a very easy decision, get them on that on-ramp, now they become an asset to society. Okay, learn how to think for yourself. Learn how to make some friggin' money. I mean, it's one of the easiest things in the world to do, unless you're steeped in fear, unless you can't make a decision, unless you procrastinate. So look, share this with people. Give me your thoughts, right? And you know what? If I've got some people out there that are on the outside of this conversation saying, screw you, John, no, we're all victims. Fine, I'd love to hear your comments. Really, I'm not attached to who you are and what you think or fail to think. But obviously this video is designed for people who are in harmony with the ideas of I got to look at the lens again. I got to remember to use the backside of my iPhone because I'm not tempted to look at the screen, which is what I normally do. But I'm in a new environment here for myself. But obviously these videos are for people who are in harmony with what I would call right thinking. Okay, so make decisions, make them quickly. And if you are on the outside and you want to be on the inside, it's just a decision away. Just stop pondering it. You don't have to think about it anymore. You don't have to ask your spouse. You don't have to ask Jesus. You don't have to do anything other than make a decision about what you want and decide that here are some people that you can work with to go for it, and that's it. There's very little risk. You're going to learn a lot. And, you know, I suspect that if you have any integrity whatsoever, you'll make some money. I know that in my business, my current business, my primary business that I operate in, I was at 6 figures in 6 weeks. I got to a 6-figure income. I was in profit my first week. Really, it's a very, very easy gradient to climb. And some people may say, well, yeah, John, you've got experience or whatever. Yeah, I've had my head out of my ass for a few years. Not completely, though. I'm still pulling it out. But just enough to get something right. Okay, you can't miss them all, right? Just like you can't win them all. Look, you can't miss them all. So take the shot. Make a decision. Don't be afraid. Okay, get around good people. Model that. Read good books. Turn off the friggin' TV, especially the news. And listen to people who are getting the results that you want to get. Model that behavior, that activity, that thinking, and that emotional state, which is a result of the thinking. Again, I didn't expect this video to go so long, but I'm kind of glad it did. Maybe I'll, excuse me, maybe I'll shoot more videos from my balcony here. You guys like this? This is the little view. Just holding my iPhone on a stick here. And you got more of the lake back there and whatever. This is actually a reservoir that I live on here. And there's allegedly some good trout fishing there. So I'm going to have to go grab a fishing license. I haven't done much of that kind of recreational stuff since I came here to Utah. Been cranking out videos and sales pages and all this kind of stuff. Riding a Harley, though. So anyway, see you guys soon on another Success Series video. Like it, share it, comment on it, tweet it. All that stuff. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.